everyone. In this video, I'll show you how you can create and manage your subsidies. For that, you need to first go to settings, billing. If you scroll down below, you need to enable this function. Then you also need to add different types. You can simply type the name here and add. Your type will be added. Same way, you need to also add your different subsidy providers. If it's government, private, or federal, state, different service providers for your own region. You can add that provider name and click on add. The provider will be added, and you then click on save. Your these settings are then saved. Then I'll go to fee plan. I go to subsidy. Now here I can add my subsidies that are there. Let's say I want to give it as UK subsidy. I can give this a name. How much is the amount? This falls under what type? Who is the provider? This subsidy starts from which date? If it has an expiry date, you can always put an expiry date, or you can choose to skip it. And if you want to add a note, you can add a note here, and you click on OK. That's it. Your subsidy is created. Now, while raising invoice, when I go to invoices, I go to create invoice. Now here, let's say I want to create an invoice for Caroline for today's date, which will be due in 7 days, for a period that is for this month. And let's say I want to choose this plan here. Based on that plan, my line items are automatically picked up, and then I can click here on add item. I can add further line items to this, or I can simply click here on add subsidy and choose from all different subsidies that I have. Let's say there's $100 subsidy that UK subsidy is providing. I can do that, and I can simply click on save here. Now once this is saved, your invoice is created. Parent, for the parent side, after minusing the subsidy, this is the amount that they need to pay. Let's say the parent made the payment. I go here, I enter the amount, enter all the details, and I submit it. Now from the parent side, this amount is paid. Now let's say I want to see all the subsidies that are pending. Now if I go to this subsidy receivables under fee plan, I can see all different subsidies that are there. Now this is the one that I just created. So I can click on three dots. I can either mark it as received, that I've received the payment, or I can record a received payment. Let's say I've not received a full payment, I have only received a certain payment. I can just click here and I can just enter the amount. Let's say I received only $10 on today's date, and I save it. Now I still have a $90 that is pending. I can either mark it as receive it completely, or I have an option of writing it off. When I write it off, which means the subsidy provider is not giving me that subsidy, which means the parent needs to pay for it. So in that case, when you click on write it off, you will see this option wherein it says you are about to write off the selected subsidy. Would you like to add it as a debit note for the remaining balance? If you select no, subsidy status would simply be write off, and if you click on yes, it will be added as a debit to the parent. So if I click on no, the subsidy amount will be simply written off in my books. If I click on yes, the same amount I can add it as a debit amount for the parent, which the parent needs to make. So it says debit date. I can choose a billing period here again if needed. The component is automatically picked up here. 90 is the amount, and I can click here on save. That's it. This debit note has been created for the parent. Now here you see here view debit. Now this is the debit receipt that has been created. Now parent will receive this on their email, on the illumine app, and when they record a payment or when you receive the payment, you can simply go here and click on submit. That's it. Your payment has been received. Now this subsidy payment has been completely cleared. Thank you.